Greetings, everybody. First of all, let me thank the African Leadership Magazine for putting together this event today. I would also like to thank my fellow awardees, particularly, of course, Ms. Kamara, the CEO of Tiki Holdings, who is the African Female Leader of the Year for 2020. Congratulations to you, Ms. Kamara. Dr. Tedros, who won the African of the Year along with Strive Masiwia. They've both been fighting, of course, for finding solutions to the COVID crisis. Strive is a friend who has been working on the African vaccines acquisition task team endlessly to get vaccines onto the continent, along with Dr. Jen Kengasong, who has won the Public Health Champion of the Year. I would also like to recognize, of course, Mo Ibrahim, Ms. Grassa Michelle, Sadio Mane, who is for the youth. Thank you for recognizing the youth. I think it's an important part of looking for leaders on the continent. Of course, Dr. Ken Jenny, the chairman and publisher of the African Leadership Magazine, and everybody else who has been nominated. Well, 2020 was a difficult year. 2020, of course, is a year which saw us with COVID, which saw us with an economic crisis, an exacerbation of the climate crisis, particularly in the Horn of Africa with locust drought, and of course in the Sahel, even more accentuated droughts. We hope that in 2021 we can do better. We hope we can get out of this crisis. I would like to celebrate all the new discoveries in the technology space that have begun to show us a route out of the COVID crisis. I also want to acknowledge the work that the pharmaceutical industry on the continent is beginning to do to refocus pharmaceutical production on the continent. The PPE industry that is doing more to ensure that we get PPEs produced on the continent. I think what we're beginning to see at the beginning of 2021 is an Africa that is resilient, is an Africa that we believe with the leadership in place and the resources needed can grow out of this crisis in a sustainable manner. With, of course, cognizant of the fact that climate change is upon us. Can we grow green? Can we grow better? Can we get the enablers to ensure that we together get out of this crisis? One of the things that Africa has demonstrated during this crisis is collective leadership. Ministers of Finance have come together to work in harmony to see how they can find solutions. Ministers of Health have come together, Ministers of Education, to ensure that our kids continue to go to school. And so I think with all this collaborative action that we have seen towards the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, we believe that Africa has a chance to use its resilience to get out of the crisis.